Yes.
Hello everyone, good evening.
Baldev Mitra, sir.
हाँ सर, ऑडिबल हूँ मैं?
Yes, yes, you are audible. Good evening, and welcome to third day of FBP. As per participants' request and queries, today we have planned a special practical session. To conduct this special session, we have invited Professor Baldev Mitra. He is an alumnus of NIT Uttarakhand and presently associated with our sister concerned institute, Merit Institute of Engineering and Technology. On behalf of all the participants, I welcome you, Dr. Mitra, and I request you to proceed the session. Over to Mitra ji. Please continue.
Thank you sir, thank you so much. Hello everyone, very good evening. So, before going to hands-on, let's revise whatever you have learned till now. We'll have a brief introduction about artificial intelligence and then we'll go for some hands-on. Everyone, am I audible? Everyone, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay sir, okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, audible.
Okay, sir. So we are having a quick revision of whatever you have learned from last 2 3 days. So, introducing artificial intelligence as suppose you all are seeing this picture. So, whenever you are seeing this picture, you are saying a human can understand that it is a dog, it is a cat, it is a mouse, it is a frog, it is a rabbit, it is a tortoise. So we can understand whatever we are seeing because our brain has learned it from our childhood. But when you give this image to the computer system, it will not understand anything because it don't have any brain. So for that we need to train it.
Sir, sir,
Yes sir.
please share your PPT.
Sir, okay, wait. Sir, is it
Please
visible?
share your.
Yes sir, I'm allowing, please wait. Sir, is it visible?
Still not, sir. Yeah,
No, sir, it's
yeah,
not.
yeah. Now it's visible.
Sir, are,
Now it is
yes
visible.
sir, you may, yes sir. Okay sir, so I was saying that suppose you have this image and whenever you look it, you can understand that the image contains some animals and some insects. Like you can directly see that there is a dog, there is a rabbit, there is a cat, there is a mouse, there is a frog and other things. So your understanding is because you have been taught and you have been learned from your childhood that this is a dog, this is a cat and different kind of things. But whenever you give this image to computer system, it will not recognize since it don't know anything about this image. For a computer system, this image is just a numeric data. For example, as you all can see image of this cat, and I have highlighted a portion, a square portion. So that is representing a matrix of numerical values. So computer understand only these numerical values. It don't understand that this is a cat. So we have to train that computer. We have to train that computer by some programming methodologies, by applying some algorithm, so that it can learn from these sample images, and so that it can predict for further images. So let's have a introduction, quick introduction. So can anyone tell me what is machine learning from audience? Can anyone tell me? Okay, no problem. So you can understand it as machine learning is an application of artificial intelligence that provides systems the ability to automatically learn and improve from experience without explicitly programmed. Means like we have, you can understand it as there is a lot of options, but we don't need to train that our computer for every situation, for every individual things. A computer must be able to understand from a little amount of data only. So here we have introduced machine learning. So actually it has two types: supervised learning and unsupervised learning. So supervised learning, you can understand it as if there is a guide who can guide a student, so it is a kind of supervised learning. Means we have a some sample of images, and we are inputting, we are providing as input to the computer, and we are teaching them, we are teaching our computer that it is 0, it is 1, it is 2, so that it can learn from those sample images by using some algorithm that we will see in the practical section, practical session here. So this type of learning is known as supervised learning. Now on the other hand, we have some types of supervised learning like classification. Like we have two different categories of males and females, and we have, and our computer has learned that these samples belongs to male category and these samples belongs to female category. Now a new person comes, so we need to predict that in which category it will go. So that is known as classification of the data. And further we have regression under supervised learning. So regression, you can understand it as some explanation about the relationship between variables. Like you can understand it as weather forecasting. Today we had rainy, yesterday we had sunny, so what will be on the next day? So that we can relate it as using regression. On the other hand, we have the third one, unsupervised learning. Second one, sorry, unsupervised learning, in which we don't have any labeled data. Labeled data in the sense, as we were seen in the supervised learning case. So there was an instructor who was teaching his her child to that this is a class of men, this is a class of women. So we had some sample. So those samples are known as labeled data. If the data is structured, so we can call it as labeled data. But here in case of unsupervised learning, we don't have any labels for the data, so we can't say that data belongs to which category, sample belongs to which category. So we have a shuffled amount of data. So in that environment, our computer will learn. So this type of learning will known as unsupervised learning, because here we don't have any class of the data. Like we can have clustering technique. So clustering technique is known as, you can understand it as, we can cluster homogeneous type of elements into small clusters, so that inter-cluster distance should be more and intra-cluster distance should be less. Means if intra-cluster distance will be more, so the homogeneous type of clusters data will be at one place, and other homogeneous type of data will be far away from this cluster. So we can easily identify that a data belonging to which class, which cluster. Now the third one, the third type of machine learning is reinforcement learning. So here in reinforcement learning, we have some events, then awards, and then observations. So like here you can see there is a person, it is doing some action in environment, and it is observing its actions, and then it is rewarding ourselves. You can understand it as a robot has been planted at a land, and now if it is going and falling, so it is recording, it is training itself that it has been fallen, so for the next time it will prepare itself. So this was the little introduction about machine learning and artificial intelligence. Now we are moving to the logistic regression. So for that, there are different methods, but some methods are very complicated, and the better way is you must use Google's research collaboratory. So you can type it on Google, like Google Colab. Yes, and please go on this link, Google Colab. Now everyone, here you have to create a new script. If many of you may have used Jupyter notebook, so it is similar to that Jupyter notebook. So here you will have a script where you can write your Python code.
Sir, your screen is not visible. It is just showing us the PDF.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, wait. Just a minute, ma'am. Is my entire screen visible?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay, sir. So I was saying that for implementation purpose, there are various platforms available, but better if you can choose Google's Colab Research Center. So for that, you need to type just type Google Colab.
I think screen is free, sir.
Okay, sir. Just a minute.
There is reinforcement learning that people
Yeah.
use.
Okay, sir. Okay, wait.
So screen is not coming.
Yes, sir. Please wait. I'm doing. Sir, is it visible now?
Not visible. Now it's maybe come. Not visible.
Sir, is it visible now?
No, sir.
You are presenting to everyone this message is coming. Your screen is coming, but show your presentation.
No, sir, screen is not coming.
It's coming. It's coming.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Wait, wait.
Just open the browser, whatever you are opening, then you can we can see.
Yes, sir. I'm on that screen only.
Screen is not visible. But that is showing.
Wait, sir. Wait, sir. I'm doing. Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Sir, now it is visible.
किसमें सर?
Yes, sir, it's visible now.
हाँ हाँ.
Sir, some screen is overlapping.
सर ये मैं मेन पेज पे हूँ और प्रेजेंट कर रहा हूँ यहाँ पे, तो उसमें लग रहा है सर कि यू आर प्रेजेंटिंग टू एवरीवन.
Yes, this
We are
is
able to see that
To
only.
everyone
So
is
now you
visible.
can shift to your
सर वो तो सिर्फ फुल स्क्रीन हो जा रहा है बस.
visible. Your screen is visible now.
ठीक है.
now you can start, sir.
हाँ. अच्छा.
Sir, not audible, sir. Your voice is not clear, not audible at all to us.
Wait, sir. I'm doing. Please wait.
Now visible,
It's
sir.
visible now, sir.
No, it's fine, sir.
Okay, everyone, sorry for inconvenience. So I think it is visible now.
Yes.
No, sir.
No, it
Lost
has
again.
gone again. It lost again.
No, sir,
Sir,
it's
it
not.
is visible. You please
Yes, now
continue,
it's
sir.
okay.
It's visible.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, fine. Please check everyone. It's visible now. So I was saying, please continue, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir, please
Okay, sir.
make
So
it
I
full
was
screen, sir. Sir, make it full
Sir,
screen.
your audio is not visible, sir. Not audible, sir.
Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, you are
You
audible.
are
Yes,
audible.
you are
Continue.
Yeah,
The
audible.
screen
Okay,
is
sir.
visible.
So I continue.
Continue and just click
You
on
come
Google
to the
Colab.
Google Colab.
Okay, so I was saying that there are various platforms available in the market for programming your project for machine learning and artificial intelligence. But better if you can choose for Google Colab. So for that you simply need to type Google Colab on Google, and you will get this page. You can directly open this link Google Colab, and you must be signed in on your Google account. Everyone, is it visible?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Yes, you are visible.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. So here you can, it is almost similar to your Jupyter notebook. So for that, you just need to create a new script. So you can go here, you can see at my cursor, new notebook. Now it is creating a new, yes. Now you can see it is almost looking similar to your Jupyter notebook if someone can have used it. So here the best thing is you don't need to install anything for other for desktop applications, like if you can use Jupyter or ideally or anything else, any other editor.
Ayush, please. Mr. Mitra, please continue.
Yes, sir. Okay, everyone. So I was on Colab tab. So I was saying that it is just similar to your Jupyter notebook. So now the best part of this Colab is you don't need to install any library for using.
Sir, sorry for that. Please share your screen.
Sir, is it visible now? I think it's visible to everyone.
No, sir, no. Sir, no.
Say it's overlapping.
Sir, is it visible now?
No, sir.
Yes, it has come now.
Yes, sir. It's
Okay, sir.
visible.
Okay, so continuing.
Click on browser.
Yeah.
Is it visible?
Go on. Go on. Go on. Go on, Mr. Mitra.
Visible, visible.
Yes,
Okay, sir. Okay, so I was saying that. Okay, sir. Okay, please unmute. Please mute your mic. So I was saying that it is quite similar to your Jupyter notebook. If someone has used it, so he or she can better understand it. So here you can add files, whatever you want to use. So there is a file section, and this is your code section. This is a code pan where you can type your commands, your codes. This is the text section. If you need, you can add any text, like I can write some headings like my first project. And then I can go to a new tab. Now the better part is you don't need to install anything. Like you can see directly I'm importing, like using. See here, I have not installed any package here, but it is already showing as I have written import SKLEA. So it is giving that SKLEA. If you want to see, you can see like TFLearn. So it will give TensorFlow. So you don't need to be dependent. Yes.
Sir, there are on the right top, there is connect. So which one we have to connect? Connect to hosted runtime or connect to local runtime?
Sir, connect to your local runtime.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So actually that gives you some amount of memory and RAM space in Google's cloud. So there you can store your files so that it becomes very easily for this editor to get files from Google Cloud. So here as I'm writing import TensorFlow, so I have written TENS only. So it is it is showing all the packages of TensorFlow here, all available packages. So this is the best thing that I have experienced here. You don't need to install anything. Otherwise, if you want to install, you can directly write here pip install numpy. So it will give you, just click on this play button, and if numpy is not installed, it will give some I think it's already installed. Let's check import numpy. Yeah, it is already installed, so we don't need to install. So most of the libraries and packages that you need for your project of artificial intelligence and ML, so you can directly directly browse here, you can directly go here, you can directly access here, but you don't need to install anything. So that is the best thing. Now we are moving to the logistic regression part. So logistic regression is used for classifying categorical data. Like categorical data in the sense, suppose we can understand it by an example. Like there is a weather forecasting. So that, like yesterday was sunny, day before yesterday it was rainy. So what will today is again rainy. So what will be the tomorrow? So this type of problems that can be solved by your linear regression. But for multi-class classification, you need logistic regression. So for that, let's say we have a data set. We have a data set of some persons, and what if they have bought a product or not. So like someone's age is 23, so we have a data like that 23 years old person has bought a product or not. So in that we have, I'm showing you my uh, data set. So here, as you can see, we have some ages like 22, 39, 34, 56, 23, 20. So person which has age 22, he didn't bought that product. Let's say that product is a computer. So 22 years old person didn't buy a computer, but a 39-year-old, 56 years old, and 34-year-olds person buys the computer system. So let's say we have a customer and its age is let's say 37. So we have to predict whether this guy will buy this computer or not. So for that we need to apply logistic regression. So let's see here how you can actually apply it in using Python. So first we'll import some packages. Yes, import. Now I'm writing sk. Now it is showing everything about the sklearn. So I'm writing import sklearn dot. Now you can see everything, all the subdirectories of this sklearn file. So it is all here. Is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, Dr.
Yes, sir.
Mitra. Yes, Dr. Mitra, continue.
Okay, sir. Okay. I was confirming it. Okay, sir. So you have written import sklearn. Now import pandas as. Now see, if I am writing the import pandas as, so it is suggesting of the remaining portion. So you do, that I was saying that you don't need to install anything. Everything is already installed. Means I have not installed sklearn here. I have not installed pandas here, but still I am able to access that one. So import pandas as pd. Now you need to read that CSV file. So I have made that Excel file as CSV file. So first you need to keep that file here in your files. So you can browse
Sir?
it here. Yes, ma'am.
Sir, if you don't mind, as we all are new to this field, so just if you can give one line description of all these libraries which you are using, it will be very kind for you. I mean, if you can just tell us what these library do actually, just one line description about all.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Actually, ma'am, here pandas can read all the CSV files. Means pandas can read files. We have CSV file which contains our dataset. So for that we have used here pandas. sklearn we can use logistic regression, linear regression. So all those algorithms are kept inside this sklearn library. For to use regression portion, we need to import this sklearn. So that's why I have written this import sklearn. Now on the second line, it is import pandas as PD. So I am assigning this PD variable to panda. I have taken this PD variable as pandas so that I can use this instead of writing pandas dot read CSV, I can directly write PD dot read underscore CSV so that it will be able to read my CSV file. So this pandas will read and handle all the uh, files. And here sklearn is used for our model selection and machine learning tasks. Okay, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, for accessing that file, you need to have that file here on Google Cloud. So for that, you can add a file uh, just by drag and drop, or you can simply click here on upload. So I am going to upload, and I am going to desktop, and now this is our book one. Yes, it is showing that reminder uploaded files will get deleted when the runtime is recycled. Means once you leave this editor window, all your uploaded files will be deleted because you have been assigned a memory on Google Cloud that is not yours, but you have been assigned just for completing your project. So please keep this in mind. So now see here, this book one has been uploaded here, and then you can directly read this CSV file. So for that,
Excuse me, sir.
yes, sir.
Sir, book one CSV file where we can get? Because it is. Are you
Sir,
sharing that file?
yes, sir. I can share this, but I have just created it before the presentation. Just I have written some age metrics and some whether they have purchased or not. But you can get various data set from some websites like Kaggle and UCI repository, Kaggle, and machine learning magistry. There you can get a lot of data sets like for iris recognition, for X-ray classification, and for a lot of purpose there is a data set. So you can go and search there. I can give you the link.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, okay. So here for visualizing the data, uh, we have a matplotlib library. So we can write from matplotlib import uh, please unmute your please mute your mic. Yes, so this library is used for visualizing your data. For verifying, you can run this. If there is some error, it will show. Now it have not shown any error, so we can continue. Okay. So for reading your CSV file, you can write a data set or my data set. Now we can execute this. Now it is showing that it is not present here, so we can just keep a backslash dot backslash.
इतने पागल लोगों ने ज्वाइन कर रखा है, डिस्टर्ब करते रहते हैं।
There is some issue. Please wait.
Sir, S should be small letter.
But ma'am,
Yes, sample in sample data, S should be small letter.
okay, S is small. Okay, 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 ma'am.
File name is book one, sir.
What, ma'am? Sorry, I didn't get it.
Book one, book one. My
File name is book one.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Answer slash will be the backslash. It's the forward
Yes.
slash. We need to have a backslash.
No, ma'am. Just a minute. Please wait.
So we need to write .csv as well. Book one .csv.
No, ma'am. You don't need to write .csv. It is pd dot read underscore csv.
Sir, it may be /book one because sample and the book one is at the same directory.
Yes, sir, please. Wait, sir. There is some problem. Just a minute, please.
Hello, sir. Sir, are you there?
Sir, are you there?
என்ன
Ayush sir, I guess sir has left. His name is not showing in the participant list.
No, he's trying to get in. There's some technical issues trying to get in.
Okay, sir.
extremely sorry for this inconvenience. Mr. Mitra is having some internet issue at the end. Spoken to him, he's trying to get in. We would request you to be a little patient. He's trying to get in. He has some problem with internet going on. Kindly be a little patient.
Yeah.
Kindly turn off your mics, please. Mr. Mitra is back online. Please turn off your mic. Kindly turn off. Kindly turn off your mic, please. He's back online. Dr. Mitra, continue.
Sir, please stop sharing your screen so that I can share it.
Kindly, everyone, stop sharing your screen. Let him share the screen. Who is this doctor? Who is S? Please stop sharing your screen. Dr. Mitra, you present your screen, please. Yeah. Who is this S? Everybody kindly stop sharing your screen. Let him share the screen. Dr. Mitra, continue, please.
Yes, sir, I have continued.
Yeah, please go on.
Yes, sir, is it visible?
Your screen is not visible.
Okay, sir, okay, fine.
Please mute Swati CH.
Swati CH. Ayush, please remove Swati CH. Dr. Mitra, you continue, please.
Yes, so you can see here now my data set has been imported on the sheet. So now further, hello.
Sir, screen not visible.
Dr. Mitra, kindly share your screen.
Yes, sir, please.
Screen is not visible, sir.
Not visible, sir.
Who is
Sir, I think it's visible now.
It's
please,
visible,
please,
sir.
please.
Is it visible, sir?
Swati, CS को remove for Ayush.
Yes, sir, it's visible. Please carry on.
Yes, ma'am. So you can see here now on in my data variable, we have read book1.csv that we'll use for the classification. Okay. Now we can plot this as.
सर स्वाति को रिमूव करिए.
Ayush, please remove Swati CH here. This is second time she is doing this.
Now whatever the file we have read, we'll plot a graph for that. Sir, is it not visible?
It is visible. It is visible.
Okay, sir. So whatever the data we have kept inside my data, now we can visualize that by using a scatter plot. So I'm writing plt.scatter.
It's still not visible. Ma'am, you can rejoin the meeting, then it will become visible.
Yeah. So for scatter plot, we can use plt.scatter. So plt.scatter. Now we had my data. So I'm writing my data. Its first column and then second column. If you guys know Python, so for indexing of matrix, there it starts with 0. So that's for accessing the first column. I have written my data dot 0, and for another I have written my data dot 1. Again, it's I think it is not able to read the CSV file.
Sorry to interrupt. Sorry to interrupt. Swati ma'am, again you are disturbing the class again. The first day you were not muting your mic, and today also the same problem is existing. Mute your mic, Swati ma'am. Swati ma'am, please mute the mic. Again the same disturbance going on.
If she is not serious, why you people are allowing?
Swati ma'am is again unmuting the mic.
Ayush,
again
this
and
is the
again.
second. Ayush, please remove her, yaar. This is second time she is doing it.
I have removed her keys again and again entering.
So
I am
remove
removing
her
again.
or block her, yaar, because the second time she is doing it. He does not attend the seminar. He just open the screen and leave.
Every time she is creating chaos.
Just remove her, yaar.
I am removing, sir. Just a second. And Sony Sharma ma'am, please don't present your screen.
And Sony Sharma,
This is the current fourth time you are presenting your screen again and again. I don't know why. Please.
Why is everyone presenting their screen?
Why are you presenting the
Please
screen?
stop. Please.
It's a humble request. Don't present your screen.
Ayush,
Don't share your screen, please. Dead Mitra.
Yes, sir.
Ayush,
Yes, sir.
जो भी प्रॉब्लम कर रहा है आउट कर दो उन्हें.
Yes, sir. I'm just getting them. Swati ma'am.
Why is everyone presenting the screen? Stop doing it.
Sir, remove
now
that,
I
sir,
remove
that
Swati
person.
ma'am. I have removed, sir. I have removed. In spite of repeatedly telling again and again, everybody is presenting the screen. It's very difficult for me from my end to remove each and every one.
Ayushi, whoever shares the screen, remove them, and let Mr.
Okay,
Mitra
sure,
continue.
Sir, also say that close that video. Every
Sure,
person.
sir, sure. Baldev, sir, you can start, sir.
Dr. Mitra, please continue.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir. So actually,
I will be blocking
here
from
we
now
had.
onwards. Whosoever will be.
Okay, sir. Okay. Okay, so we had book1.csv, but there we don't had any attribute name. So I'm mentioning here as is, and this one is purchase, yes or no. So I'm writing purchase. And again, then I'm uploading this file. So I have edited attributes of this book one as is and purchase. Again, I'm training. I'm executing the whole code. So as you can see directly, see there are two attributes. So I have written my data dot is, and another one is my data dot purchase. Yes. So these are two attributes that we have to train. Everyone, am I audible to everyone?
Yes, sir, you are audible. Please, can you decrease the size of the side tabs so that the code is clearly visible to us?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sure. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Mr. Mitra, unmute yourself. Kindly everyone stop sharing your screen, please. It's a humble request. Stop sharing your screen.
Sony Sharma, please stop presenting. Sony Sharma, please stop presenting.
Ayush, please remove this Sony Sharma, yaar. Mr. Mehta, you please continue without taking pause. Please continue.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, I guess in the code we need to write x underscore train, x underscore test.
No, ma'am. Those are variables. Whatever you want to write, you can keep as ABC also. There is no problem in that.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
sir, please share your screen because it is
Yes,
not
ma'am.
visible.
I'm trying to share. I'm trying to share, but
Yes,
it is
sir, I
saying
do
that.
understand there are some immature people who are, every time they are sharing their screens.
Yes, ma'am. It is showing that some error has occurred. Sir, it's not allowing. Someone is trying to gain access for presentation.
Ayush, Ayush, are you there? Ayush, are you there?
Sir, I'm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Whoever shares their screen, remove them or block them.
Okay, sir. I'm.
Please. This is not the way how FDP is conducted. You know, if they're not serious.
Check the hold. Nobody.
If they're not serious, they can leave. Mr. Mitra, you please continue.
Yes, sir. I'm trying to continue, but.
You please continue. If the screen of you please continue, these people who are not interested can leave.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. Mr.
Is it
Mitra,
visible, sir?
continue.
Is it visible, sir?
Sir, I'm checking.
You please continue. You please continue. These people who are not interested can leave.
मेरी बात सुनिए, मैं एक
Sir, it's
पार्टिसिपेंट
visible.
हूँ।
Okay, sir. Okay.
मेरे पास 500 पार्टिसिपेंट्स का जूम का लाइसेंस है, उसमें बेटर कंट्रोल्स हैं।
Yes, sir.
और मैं करता हूँ आपकी हेल्प करने के लिए।
Your screen is visible now. You may continue.
Sir, please continue. Your screen is visible. Sir, please continue. Those who want to gain some knowledge,
Okay, ma'am.
they can. Otherwise, rest. You can please continue.
Yes, all of you all are kindly requested to cooperate, please.
Everyone, is it visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Your screen is visible.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir, it is visible. Please go ahead. Please
Yes, sir.
continue.
Okay, okay. Yes, sir. I'm continuing. So for my data, we have extracted some training data and testing data, as well as Y training data and Y testing data. So here X and Y will represent the different blocks of the data set. So now we are going to train this data set by using sklearn. If you want the description of this uh, X test and XY, we can see it by len X train. So you can see that there are 19 records in that X train column. Again, for Y train, you can check it as length of Y train. And it will give you the length. So again, it is same 19 and 19. And now we are going to build a regression model. So from sklearn, so now we have made an instance of logistic regression. For that, we will write model now we have an instance named model of the logistic regression type. Then we'll train this model as model.fit. Yes, so these are by default parameters which are included in logistic regression. So our model is fit for this database, and now we can see our X test as X test. So for we will test for the age group of 56. Now we'll predict model dot predict. Till now we have trained our model of logistic regression by using our data sets having 4 parameters, that is X train, Y train, and X test and Y test. So X test and Y test are those values for which we will predict the accuracy of our model. So for that we are having model.predict and then X test. Here you can see that model.fit X train, Y train. So by values of X train and Y train, we have trained our model with named as model, and now that model has been testing here. So you can see here as it's X test. Yes. So now finally it has predicted, and now you will show it here. Is the screen visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Okay. So we are trying to test this model by using age group of 36. So we are writing it as model.predict. So whatever the values had inside the X test, we already had some values in X test. So it is showing that the test has been successful with the accuracy of 0.77 and 7788%. So if a person having age 56, so it has 77% possibility that he or she will buy that particular product. So here from starting you can see that we have imported sklearn, pandas and matplotlib. We have read this CSV file and stored it as in a variable my data. Then we have sklearn this sklearn package from where we will select train, test and split function. This is a sub function in this sklearn package which trains our model. So it will return some values for by which we can test our model. So here we have xtrain, xtest, ytrain and ytest values, and now we have splitted them by age and my purses, and this test size is 0.01. Here actually we had a very small amount of data set, so it may give the accuracy of approx 95 plus, but for larger data set it is very necessary to have us a very huge amount of data set, because in the if a bulk amount of data will come, so it will mislead you, it will give an incorrect and inaccurate result. So for that we must have a large amount of data set. So here we have sklearn linear model selection, from where we are importing logistic regression. So we have made an instance of logistic regression type and we have named it as model. Now then after we are fitting xtrain and ytrain for training our model. So we have used model.fit xtrain and ytrain. After that we have seen what is the value inside our x test. So it is 56. So we have to test and check our model with the person's age having 56, whether this person will buy our product or not. So we are predicting its value. For that we have used model.predict xtest, and then we are getting its probability as model.predict probability xtest. Have you understand? Everyone, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, are you getting?
Yes, sir. One question I need to ask. Over here
Yes.
you have written that X test, and we got the age 50. Are we
Yes.
training our data set with this particular age, or that this X test has got that okay, this age of people are buying more computers as compared to other age group people?
Actually, ma'am, here when you have used this line, you can see line number 27, X train, X test, Y trade, and Y test. So it will split the data into two parts: the training part and testing part. So almost all rows of the data set have been trained in this model, but few amount of data have been split into your test variable. So inside the test variable, we have 56. So we are predicting that if a person aged 56 comes as a customer, so whether he or she will buy our product or not. For that, we are testing. Yes, someone is speaking.
Respected speaker, please mute one of your device.
Yes, sir. We are calculating its probability that if a person comes with the age 56, so whether he or she will buy our product or not. So for that, we are checking it here as model dot predict probability X test. So 56 is inside the X test, and we are predicting for that age group, and it is showing that 77% chances are there with that person to buy our product.
Okay, sir.
Okay, ma'am, have you understood this?
Yes, sir. Yes. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. So by this was a very small example of using this logistic regression. There is a lot of videos, and there are a lot of course on GitHub also. You can go through. You can directly search on Google also. You will find a lot of code and a lot of examples for this. This was a simple example. But in real scenario, this is not the case. There are multi-class data, so there are multiple attributes. Like whether a person will buy a product or not, it will depend on its salary, its designation, where it's working, its total income, from which city it belongs to, whether it belongs to urban areas or whether it belongs to rural areas. So there are many factors of a person for which we can't directly say that whether someone will buy or not. So these will contributively affect on predicting whether he or she will buy or not. So for that, we will add all those attributes if they are necessary. Otherwise, we will drop them. So for that, we must have that data set. So if I'll come on some other day, so I'll show you some um, multi-class data set, and then we'll perform on the multi-class categorical data also. Okay, ma'am.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Sir,
so yes,
this
ma'am.
this logistic regression technique, where is it being more used? In which areas or in which applications? More of this application is the technique is being used.
Actually, ma'am, there are two types of predictions. One is used for your binary classification. Means suppose for continuous varying data. Like yesterday it was rainy, today it was sunny. So what will be the tomorrow, or what will be the day after tomorrow? So in this continuation type of data, yani, means continuous data, we can apply directly linear regression. But if it comes to multi-class level, like whether a person belonging to this state and its family is voting for this party, his brother is voting for another party, so this will vote for Congress, BJP, or Aam Aadmi Party. So here we will have multiple classes. Like if I have wrote a letter, so whether it belongs to A, B, C, D, or any other. So we'll have to decide for multi-class classification. So we'll prefer for this logistic regression. Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, yes, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, ma'am. So whenever we'll meet soon, we'll have a multi-class data set and then we'll implement on that. Okay, thank you everyone. If anyone has any question, please ask. Vishwas sir.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Mitra. I have two requests from the audience for tomorrow. One, kindly please not share your screen and let the speaker share the screen. And please unmute yourself during the session, because it kind of disrupts the entire flow of the entire FDP. So it's a humble request from our end that tomorrow, please do not share your screen and keep yourself unmuted. The attendance link has been shared. You can put your attendance there in the link. And I will once again thank Dr. Mitra for gracing this occasion. Dr. Vasisht, we will have the Zoom tomorrow. Don't worry. I saw your post in the chat box. We'll have the Zoom app tomorrow. So we will be conducting it on Zoom. One more information I want to share with all the faculty members here. We are conducting a 4-day summer workshop from 3rd of June for the students of class 11th and 12th who are moving to class 11th and 12th. So I request all the honorable faculty members, the details will be shared by Ayush with everyone. We encourage the faculty members to ask the students also be part of the session, and we look forward to your kind cooperation tomorrow as well. If there is any question still, they can ask or put forward, please.
Sir, my question is.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible, please. Sir,
how we can get the desired output using purpose technique for electroretinogram signal? How we can get desired output for